We're joined by Mateo Ramos, CEO of Foodvest Holding. Welcome, Mateo.
It's my pleasure to be here, Nada. Thank you.
Thank you. Mateo is a prominent figure in the F&B industry, overseeing brands like Caribou Coffee, Food Rockers, Marble Slab, and Francesco's Pizza Cafe. With a track record spanning over 1,000 restaurants across various regions, Mateo brings deep expertise in finance, mergers and acquisitions, and leading cultural transformations in the F&B sector. Mateo, Recon 2024, first time in Riyadh.
It's fun, isn't it?
It is, certainly, indeed. As someone who has led renowned F&B brands in diverse markets, what potential do you see for the F&B sector here in the region?
Well, we're going through this generational change with all the investment, all the new mall projects coming up. With that creation, you got the first really regional-wide lifestyle mall with activities and culture and an entire residential ecosystem built around it. And now you're going to build several of those all around the kingdom with all of the mega projects that are coming up. The opportunity to create something special, magnificent, never before seen is just off the charts. And so for the creators out there right now, people with genuine creativity who could take advantage of this, get out of the franchise model, get out of the cookie cutter model and build something special, you have the opportunity of a lifetime.
Building something special, designing something special.
Absolutely.
Music to our ears. So as CEO of Foodvest Holding, you manage a diverse portfolio of brands. Could you share some of the strategies you have implemented to drive operational excellence across such a broad range of restaurant concepts?
Well, it's going to be about people. I have really ambitious, really gritty, resilient people. I eschew the customary corporate model of resumes, and you have to have this amount of time in this position doing that, and this level of education, and dress this way and act this way. And it just doesn't really work for me. I'm kind of a wild card myself. I have a chip on my shoulder, and I look for individuals who actually have that same mentality, empower them, and let them loose and let them run their businesses and their divisions to create excellence for me.
It's all about the people.
So, well, it's all about people, but finding the right people with like-mindedness that makes a cultural fit. Knowledge is great. Expertise is, of course, needed, and we will find that. We'll work day and night and study and learn and research to find out what we need to do. But if you don't have this team of just aggressive, ambitious individuals that are going to chase that goal 24/7 for you, you're just another company in a big pond.
So now let's combine that with innovation and tech.
Of course.
And Recon's theme is Genesis Ignite, and it speaks to new beginnings,
Right.
Transformative change. How do you see this theme resonating in the F&B space?
Well, we're at an interesting point in the evolution of F&B here in the Middle East. Coming out of COVID, and then because of the political, upheavals that we've seen, there's been a change in consumer preferences to try out local brands, support local creators, and move away from the franchise model or the franchise brands. Not totally, not completely. They're not overnight, dying in the street, but there is a definite shift in consumer sentiment. With that being said, you're going to have to innovate to capture the loyalty of the consumer. They don't want to see a cookie cutter box anymore. They don't want to see a ultra high processed food shipped overseas from the United States, frozen for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months before it's put on a shelf and served. Why don't we do that locally? Why don't we team up with local partners in each one of these GCC countries to actually produce this locally with local ingredients using local labor and give something to the consumer that's not a prepackaged and frozen product? Then you bring it over to design and technology. The design has got to be localized. The cookie cutter elements that come from the United States or come from other Western countries saying, copy this, franchise this many square meters, put this, do that. The consumer's over that. That was 10 years ago. That was 15 years ago with the birth and the expansion of the current retail environment. But a new generation awaits, and it really comes from authentic, locally sourced talent, locally sourced people, locally sourced food, and really a locally inspired experience.
So could you share with us some examples of innovations you've led?
Right. Well, we just launched the first new Caribou coffee in Jeddah Red Sea Mall last week. This is a concept of all fresh food, locally sourced ingredients, no more prepackaged croissants, no more prepackaged cakes, nothing that comes in. We actually don't have any pre-packaging. Everything has been cooked fresh by a local distributor You're in a local kitchen, and all of our food is made fresh to order. Organic as much as possible, but locally sourced. So the sandwiches, the cakes, everything you got, it's all locally inspired and locally done by individuals who actually have a passion for their food. Not on a conveyor belt, not out of a manufacturing plant, not frozen and sent from the ship, some 5,000 miles away. So that's the first one, and we're looking to open several more, about 10 to 12 more in the next 6 months across the 3 regions here in Saudi, and then expand the concept throughout the region for Caribou.
I personally tried the Caribou coffee at Red Simon a few days ago.
Oh, really? You were there?
And it was an exceptional experience, I have to say.
Thank you.
I tried the booster salads.
Oh, you tried the salads, right. Wow, I can't believe you actually visited the store.
Oh, yeah. So
Wow, that's amazing.
I knew about the opening, so I wanted
to check it. Well, look, we have super fan here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I do. I certainly do. You've overseen cultural transformations within organizations, right? Could you share your approach to instilling a cohesive culture? You spoke about people, but within Foodvest, how do you make sure that culture is cohesive? And you're working with diverse markets, right? And different cultures. So tell me more about that.
Well, it's a subscription. The people, like you said, is important, but do they subscribe to the vision? And for the vision that I have is excellence at almost all costs, but excellence, victory, winning, a winning culture. And when I communicate this to the team, I have to make sure that everyone in the team is aligned with that culture. If you have that alignment, there's really nothing you can't do. The old saying that it's a small group of people working together in harmony with ambition and mutual respect and love for each other. Those are the small teams that can change the world. I really believe that. I have that vision. If you subscribe, come join us and help us change the world, change the region, one step at a time.
Change the world.
You bet.
I love that. That's really thinking big. As a seasoned leader in the F&B sector, what advice would you give the emerging leaders who want to build resilience, customer-focused brands in an industry that's constantly evolving?
Right. Well, the word is authenticity, right? And be true to yourself. And you commented on what I said about, aiming big. Well, for me, that's authentic. And the old saying that have no small plans because they stir no man's heart. Why aim small when we're on this planet for a short amount of time and you want to aim big, right? So there you go. Aim big, go for the skies, go for the moon.
Good advice. I'm going to keep that in mind. Finally, Mateo, with your passion for innovation and industry leadership, what personal values or principles guide you as you continue to shape the future of F&B?
Be authentic, be myself, live the values, consistently and continuously reinvent yourself. Like whenever we reach a milestone, like we launched one of the new concept, the first of the new concept, and okay, this is great. Okay, but the competitors are going to adjust. The market is going to adjust. So that's great. We just won 1 week. How do we win the next week? How do we win the next location? How do we beat the next competitor? How do we get ahead of the game? Not just ride the wave of innovation, but create the wave of innovation. And if we do that, and if I do that, I think we're going to be okay.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Matthew.
My pleasure, Nada.